Tom, that's gonna be messy. Oh. All right, gang, welcome back to another episode of Shelf Life. This week, we're in the veg aisle. It's fresh, there was a sale on, and we're gonna be making golden Menemen fried rice. Totally legit, totally delicious, inspired by one of my favorite breakfasts to eat in the world, Menemen eggs, similar to shakshuka. If you haven't heard of it, Google it, it's amazing. So good, I ate it on my wedding day. It's really easy, it's really delicious. I'm gonna show you how to make it. Enjoy this. So first up, we're going to be doing some rice. Today we're using jasmine rice. You could use other short grains if you like. I'm going to give you a little easy gauge as to how to cook this for fried rice. So easy way to remember this. Usually I do this under a tap, but we don't have a sink. So you basically want to put enough water so that it comes up to the white of your cuticle, just like that, okay? And then you put it straight on the heat on full whack. And while that's taking ages to get hot, well, I'm going to be doing some crispy butter fried spiced flatbreads in my wok here. It's a massive wok, I'm aware. I'm gonna chuck in some butter in there. Just, you know, enough butter. Fried rice is one of those things that needs fat, so make sure you put fat in at every given opportunity. The best thing about fried rice for me is lots of different textures. Obviously you want it to be really Moorish, and one of the most Moorish things in the world is fried bread. So I'm going to start throwing these guys in, and you just want to rip all these up. I'm also going to be spicing it with some curry powder, because in Sujuk, two of the most prevalent spices are fenugreek and cumin, and in like just basic like Madras style curry powder, those are the two big spices that really come to the fore. So that's what we're going to be putting in today, basically. And then the rice now is dry, so I'm going to shove the lid on. I'm going to turn them right down. Ten minutes. You know when your bread's done, when it's like totally crisp. You want it to like crack when you break it in your hands. We're going to be serving some through the rice, and we're also going to be sprinkling the rest on top, just for loads of texture, as I said. So here in Britain, we've got a weird association with fried rice. We kind of think that, you know, egg fried rice is just something that you eat on a Friday night on the side of your takeaway. But to me, that's like really disappointing, because across Asia, people eat fried rice for breakfast. They don't bat an eyelid, and that's exactly how you should be considering fried rice from now on, okay? And after you've watched this and hopefully made it, might change your mind. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So my rice is done now. I'm gonna move it over here, and he's gonna just sit there for 3 minutes. I'm gonna time that as well. He's gonna sit there for 3 minutes, and I'm gonna tip him out onto my oil tray. Then I'm gonna leave him to cool. People say that you should use day-old rice for fried rice, but I'm proving to you that that's not the case. All you need to let it do is cool it down to room temperature, and then the starches on the rice go into retrogradation, that's true, and each grain of rice manages to hold on to itself a little bit better when you're frying it, okay? So that's all you need to do. Don't worry if you don't have any cold rice knocking about. Who does? But if you've got some, power to you, that's wicked. So my bread's done. It's super crisp. You can hear it, can you? You can hear it. It's starting to char a little bit in places, that's great. When you toss that through the rice, it's gonna be absolutely nuts good. And then, oh, still waiting for my rice. Cool. Remove the lid. Grab your grease tray, and then get this out onto the pot. Great. Cool that down. He'll be ready for your fried rice pretty soon. And in the meantime, here's a little bit of information about one of the ingredients that we're going to be using today. Can I help you at all? You look puzzled. Of course. Sujuk is a Turkish sausage said to be invented in 1000 BC. That's ages ago. One of the oldest sausages in the world.
variations of which are now eaten across the Balkans, the Middle East and Central Asia. Commonly featuring beef and dry spices such as cumin seed, paprika and fenugreek. There's just nothing like it out there, okay? But if you need to, you could possibly substitute it for merguez, which has a similar flavour profile, really rich and spicy and delicious. But remember, whereas for some choritos you can eat the casing, with sucuk you cannot. Make sure you remove the casing before you continue with your recipe, as I will today. Let's get back to cooking some fried rice, shall we?
So now my rice is cool, and let's talk eggs very quickly. I've got 3 eggs, okay, but I've separated, this is mad this, I've separated them. So I've got 2 yolks in here, and then I've got 3 whites and 1 yolk in there, which seems a bit odd. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna be putting the egg yolk through the chilled rice, and we're gonna coat every single grain so that when it fries, it goes super golden. And use your hands for this. You can use a spoon, but that's boring. And you can see that on the bottom of the pan, I've got these amazing little bits of tardig. So tardig is the name given to crispy rice in lots of Middle Eastern dishes. And because we didn't cook the rice in too much water, what it's done is create like a little toasty, crispy rice, which is essentially what we want to do in the pan anyway. So it's starting the fried rice process, which is just fantastic. Once you've done that, you can go and wash your hands, and we don't have a sink, so yeah, I'll be back in a sec. Legit. So now we're going to be making a couple of breakfast sauces, at least that's how I'm referring to them, to eat with our fried rice. Yes, we've got loads of texture running through the rice, but I kind of want something like wet and nutty and sweet to eat with it, because that sounds amazing. So first up, I'm going to be making a tahini sauce. It's super easy, right? I've got some confit garlic here. To make confit garlic, all you do is put peeled garlic cloves in copious amounts of oil and cook it until it's really, really soft and a little bit golden like that. And that means when you put it into your base for your tahini sauce, you've got much milder, sweet kind of garlic scent running through the sauce. Usually you'd make it with some raw garlic that you might temper with a bit of lemon juice, but using confit garlic's a lovely way to give you a nice, rounded mouth feel. It's not mouth feel, whatever. Cool, so confit garlic in the base there, and I'm gonna go in about half a lemon. That goes in the base, and then we need to season that with a little bit of salt, about that much. And then also into the base goes your tahini. And now, this is the crazy bit. You beat this, and then it's gonna start to seize up, like he's not your friend. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna be bringing it back from the brink with water. So now bit by bit, unless you wanna get like tahini milk all over your shirt, you wanna go bit by bit and then gradually, like you're making bechamel sauce. As it sits, it does tend to get a little bit thicker. So you can always adjust it as and when you like. I'm just gonna give that a try. Where's my spoon? Okay, excuse fingers. So good. And now, sauce number 2. This is the easiest sauce there ever was. It's not really a sauce. It's basically just raw stuff, like whizzed up. Here I've got a green chili. Here I've got some cherry tomatoes, and you want to use cherry tomatoes. You don't want to use normal tomatoes here because you want the sweetness of the cherry tomato, and that's going to be a really nice, complementary, additional sauce to your rice. It's true. It's literally true. Cool. I'm just going to season this one as well because, you know, we want our sauces to taste of some stuff. And then here, I'm just going to put some olive oil in here, and that's going to help emulsify the sauce. Cool, and then you just wazz that up. You can do it in a blender, you can use a bullet. That's it. Breakfast sauce number 2. It's kind of like an awesome shade of pink. So now these guys are ready for when your fried rice is ready. In the meantime, just need to prep some ingredients and yeah, fry the right egg. Let's fry some rice. Start with the sucuk. I've taken it out of its casing. The casing's not edible, so don't eat it, all right? Grab my paddle. This is really fatty, so all the fat's gonna render out and it should give you just enough fat to cook all of your vegetables and fry your rice in. But we've also got a little bit of comfy garlic oil. Oh, I'm so hungry. Give me this in my neck. I'm so hungry. It smells amazing. So I'm going to bring this out now, and then we're going to be returning those at the appropriate moment. But no time to waste, because into that hot fat, mild Turkish chilies. They are really aromatic. They're really delicious. Gonna season them with a little bit of salt. Wow, it's loud. And you just want them to start to wilt. But again, you don't want them to be like really, really soft. Okay, it's been about a minute. We're getting a little bit of charring on the edge of the peppers there. Now we're gonna go with some onions, which I've sliced with the grain. That makes them hold on to their shape. And I've also got some spring onion whites. I've saved the greens for later. And what your vegetables are gonna do here is they're gonna take some of that oil, some of that lovely fat from the sujuk, and they're gonna hold on to it like greedy. So we're gonna take some of our comfy garlic oil, and we're just gonna lube up the pan. And it just, oh my God, it's just so nice. That smells like the first time I landed a 360 flip, okay? I got a skateboard for my 30th birthday. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, that looks amazing. Now we're gonna go with our rice. You're all laughing, but you won't be soon. I'm gonna spread the rice out right around the pan so you can get some decent contact. Now we're looking to really get those grains chewy, and you want to get them starting to colour a little bit, and that's going to really make that golden colour like shine. So I've been tossing the rice, it looks really good. Now we're going to season it up. Here I've got some mushroom powder. This is just dried mushrooms which I've whizzed up in a coffee grinder. Really simple. Works with all dried mushrooms. You just got to watch out for the grit. Now I'm going in with some chicken stock cube. A delicious way to season fried rice. You can put concentrated chicken stock in there if you want. I'm not doing that. I'm just putting in the whole stock cube. Okay, now I'm going to go with some sugar. Sugar? Sugar. A little bit of sweetness is really, really good. Also helps everything to caramelize a little bit. Come on. Now we're going to return the sujuk. We're going to chuck in tomatoes, which I've just salted. Nothing else. Then we're also going to grab some herbs. I've got some mint here. Rough dice in. Also got some parsley. Same thing. Get it in. I'm so hungry. So everything's looking incredible. Now you just want to bank all of your fried rice to give you a little bit of space where you're going to be cooking your egg. Grab that comfy garlic oil, slap that down there. And then you want to let this cook before you turn it through the rice. Now crisp bread. Are you absolutely joking? Okay, game over. Let's plate this up. You can just put it all over a tray if you want to, but I'm not doing that today. Tom, that's gonna be messy. Oh. Put the tray on top. Oh. Then we'll just dress it with the tahini, and the tomato, more herbs, more crisp bread, spring onion greens. All right, there you have it. Golden Menemen fried rice, tahini sauce, tomato and chili sauce, fresh herbs, crisp bread, sujuk sausage, eggs, obviously. Thank you, vegetable aisle. Can we eat some? I'm so hungry. Please. That is the absolute ticket. That is so nice. This is nuts. Texture all over the shop. I've still got little bits of crispy bread. I've got little bits of soggy bread. I've got chewy little bits of sujuk.
Are you hungry at all?
Am I hungry? I'm hungry.
You were like so exaggerated. Yeah, this is good. Oh, this is great. Yeah, don't
Can we
touch
do
it.
an elbow?
Yeah.
Don't touch.
No, that's fine. That's close enough.
Wow. Thank you everybody for tuning into another episode of Shelf Life. As usual, if you like what you've seen, you can like this video and you can subscribe to our channels where you can watch many more cooking videos with me, your host. I've been Tom, he's been Menemen-fried rice. It's goodbye from me, and it's keep on cooking.